I think that thumb thing caught me off guard. Thumbnail. They say in three, two, one, smile for your thumbnail, and it's like, you know. What's up, guys? I'm gonna be very quick. My name's Tim Lee. If you haven't checked out my channel in the past, I do drawings. I teach people how to draw caricatures. I've been doing it for many, many years now, and we've had our ebbs and flows. Started off with nothing, with no people. 3 years with only 30 subscribers, and then got to meet with Cartoon Block, who was a guy who was super popular on YouTube and still does some amazing stuff. And he catapulted me forward because he let me put up one of my videos on his channel. That night, I got 300 subscribers in an instant, and then over time, I moved to Great Falls, Montana, and during that move, I wasn't able to do anything with. And recently, I've been trying a new theory on Patreon where I ask for monthly payments instead of for of new content. And I've been releasing 8 videos a month right now, which for me is insane. That's a lot of work. And I've been noticing that the Patreon hasn't been growing much. I'm sure it's my fault in one way or another, but in setting the Patreon to do a monthly contribution, I think it scared people and kind of stuff more. So I tried to switch back. I contacted Patreon. I asked them, hey, how do I switch back, even though there's some settings there in Patreon that are kind of permanent? And they said, well, you're just going to have to create a new Patreon account, which really stinks because we have a whole bunch of content on our Patreon now. Long story short, in the link below, there is a new Patreon account that is a per creation basis. You pay, first off, you don't have to pay me anything. This stuff is free. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to my channel. I can't believe you're here. I really can't. But if you are enjoying the support, then please consider becoming a patron. I appreciate it. So per creation, down below in the comment, in the description is a new link to the new Patreon page. There's nothing there yet, but there will be something soon. And I think what we're gonna do is I want to start doing some live stuff, but it's only going to be on Patreon. So if I do lives where I'm drawing live, it's only going to be for my patrons on Patreon. That's something that I've done here and there, and I've had a lot of fun, but it's something that I think needs to be more special, shared to specific people that have questions, because I love answering questions while I'm drawing. So just to let you guys know, we've changed our Patreon page. We're going to redo everything. I'm going to stick with a per creation basis for now. I had the monthly thing did not work out. I'm going to tell you guys, I've been making about $10 a month through you guys, which is amazing. Thank you. But $10 a month isn't exactly sustaining. It's not making up for the time that I've been spending working on the videos to make up for the commissions that I could be doing or whatever else. And it takes a bit of time to create these things. I spend a couple nights, shirt, all the same clothes, and you're like, I know he produced these the same night, which I do. And so I have to take time away from my other artwork and stuff like that to make that happen. And you guys being on Patreon and supporting me through there is amazing. I want to let you know that there are some small rewards. Depending on what tier you are. There's percentage drops if you want to buy a caricature from me, a commission. There's a percentage that you can get off if you go through Patreon and all that stuff. Anyway, you get my drift. That's all I wanted to quickly say, but I want you to know I love you. I appreciate you so much. Yes, I'm peddling my wares, if you will. More videos are coming soon. I really hope you liked the last one. If you have a picture that you want me to draw and use in a future tutorial, email it to me at drawmetim@gmail.com, okay? drawmetim@gmail.com, and I will consider utilizing that picture to teach future tutorials. You guys seem to like the last one I just did, and when I sent it back to the guy, he freaked out. He loved it. By the way, the next video coming out on this channel, it's called I Screwed Up, and it's going to look at every single mistake I made on that caricature. No joke. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy it. That will come out, I think, on Friday. I think it's out on Friday. So sit tight. It'll be good. And once again, thank you for considering checking out my Patreon and becoming a supporter. This is a per creation support from here on out. And one thing I want to make sure of is that you set your limits, because I make 8 videos a month. And so I want to make sure that when you set this up, that you set your limit of how much you want to pay to support. That way you don't find yourself like, I took so much money from me. I want to thank Bill Roderwalt for being a humongous supporter over, I think it's been a couple of years, I'm not sure. Humongous supporter. I want to thank my sister Faith, believe it or not. She has been a supporter for 47 weeks. No, 47 months. 47 months. My sister Faith has been a faithful Patreon supporter for 47 months. And also to Juicy. Juicy, you've been awesome. Thank you for your support as well, brother. I think he's been a supporter now for almost a year. And thank you so much, guys, for all you guys have been doing on my Patreon and just for continuing to be there for me. I will continue to do my best to make videos whenever I can. And something I want to do on the new Patreon page is I want to, anytime I make a new video, it's going to go right on Patreon. I'm not going to schedule it 3 days in advance or 4 days in advance. When the video is done, it goes up on Patreon, which means if I make 5 videos in a night and I upload them to YouTube in a night, you're going to see them all on Patreon that night. It's not going to be scheduled out. Now, YouTube, yes, they will be scheduled out on YouTube. But as soon as I make a new video and it's done, it's going to go on Patreon and immediately released to you guys. So if I have 10, 15 videos in progress and they're all complete and they're all releasing every 3 or 4 days like I have been doing, you're going to have them all right away, immediately on Patreon. So thank you for your support. I love you guys. I will see you later. This is way too much talking. Keep an eye out for Friday because I got another video, fun video coming for you where I show you all of my mistakes of the last caricature I drew. Should be interesting. I'll see you guys later.